This is a true story. It happened on December 24, 1971. A 17-year-old girl named Juliane was on an airplane with her mother. They were happy. They were going on a trip together. The airplane was flying over the Amazon jungle in Peru. Below them was green jungle for hundreds of kilometers in every direction. Then the airplane flew into a storm. But this was not a normal storm. Lightning struck the airplane. The airplane broke into pieces in the sky. Juliane fell. She fell 2 miles from the sky. 2 miles. But she was still alive. Juliane opened her eyes. She was lying on the ground in the jungle. She did not know how long she was unconscious. Many hours, maybe a whole day. She looked at her body. Her collarbone was broken. She had a deep cut on her arm. One eye was swollen completely shut. She hurt everywhere. But she was alive. She was a 17-year-old girl, alone in the Amazon jungle, with a broken bone, with one eye, with no food and no water and no phone and no map. But she did not panic. She remembered something her father had told her. Her father was a scientist. He worked in the Amazon jungle. He had taken Juliane to the jungle many times when she was young. He taught her many things. He told her one thing she never forgot. If you are ever lost in the jungle, find water. Follow the water downstream. Small streams become big rivers. Big rivers lead to people. Juliane lay on the ground. She listened carefully. She heard water. She stood up. She started walking. Juliane walked toward the sound of water. The jungle was dark. The trees were enormous. Strange animals made strange sounds all around her. She found a small stream. She started to follow it. But the jungle was full of danger. There were snakes in the water. There were insects everywhere. The cut on her arm was getting worse every day. Small worms were growing inside the wound. The pain was terrible. But she kept walking. Every morning she woke up and walked. Every afternoon she walked. Every evening she slept on the ground with the sounds of the jungle around her. She had no food. She found some small fruits on the ground. She did not know if they were safe. But she had no choice. She ate them. They did not kill her. She kept walking. On the 4th day, the small stream became a bigger river. Juliane remembered her father's words. A bigger river means people are closer. But the river was dangerous. There were caimans in the water. A caiman is like a crocodile. They are very large. They are very dangerous. They can kill a person in seconds. Juliane walked in the river anyway. The water was faster than walking through the thick jungle. She had to keep moving. She walked in the river every day. She slept on the riverbank at night. She was getting weaker and weaker. She had not eaten real food in many days. But she did not stop. She thought about her father. She thought about going home. She kept walking. On the 8th day, Juliane found something in the river. She saw 3 seats from the airplane, still connected together, lying in the shallow water. But the seats were not empty. 3 passengers from the airplane were still in their seats. Juliane looked at them. They were dead. She began to cry. But then she stopped crying. She could not help them. She was alone. She had nothing. She could do nothing for them. She had one job: keep walking. So she kept walking. On the 9th day, Juliane saw something on the riverbank. A small boat. She stopped. She looked carefully. The boat belonged to someone, but nobody was there. She looked around. She saw a small path going into the jungle. She followed the path. She found a small shelter. A simple building made of wood and leaves. Inside she found food, water, medicine. She sat down. She waited. She did not touch anything that was not hers. She just waited. The next morning, 3 men came back to the shelter. They were loggers, men who cut wood in the jungle for their job. They saw Juliane. They stopped. A teenage girl, alone, in the middle of the Amazon jungle, with a swollen eye and a badly infected arm and no shoes. They could not understand what they were seeing. She told them her name. She told them about the airplane. She told them about the jungle and the river and the 9 days of walking. The men looked at each other. But they believed her. They cleaned her wounds. They removed the worms from her arm. They gave her food and water. The next morning they took her by boat down the river to a small village. From the village she was taken to a hospital. She was safe. But then she found out the truth. And the truth was the most shocking part of the entire story. There were 93 people on the airplane. 93 people. But only one person survived, Juliane. Only her. 93 people fell from the sky over the Amazon jungle on Christmas Eve 1971. But only one person walked out of that jungle alive. The 17-year-old girl who fell 2 miles from a broken airplane. The girl who followed a stream. The girl who walked 9 days alone with one eye and a broken bone and worms in her arm. The only survivor. Juliane recovered in the hospital. Her father came to see her. He could not speak for a long time. He just held her hands and looked at her face. She was alive. But the story does not end there. Juliane grew up. She became a scientist, just like her father. And she went back to the Amazon jungle. But not because she had to go back. Because she wanted to. She became a biologist, a scientist who studies plants and animals. She spent her life studying and protecting the Amazon rainforest, the same jungle that almost killed her. The jungle that took 9 days to walk through became the place she loved most in the world. But there is one final thing. One question nobody has ever fully answered. How did she survive the fall? 2 miles, from a broken airplane, no parachute, falling at enormous speed toward the ground, but still alive. Scientists believe the thick trees slowed her fall. Her row of seats acted like a small protection around her body. The soft, wet jungle ground helped too. But Juliane herself has always said something simpler. She survived because of what her father taught her. Not just how to find water, not just how to follow a river, but how to keep walking. Even when everything, your body, your pain, your fear, the jungle, the darkness, the caimans in the water, the worms in your arm, the dead passengers in their seats, tells you to stop. Keep walking. That is how you survive.